Hello. How's it going? How are we doing? Where is Final Fantasy? There you go. There we go. Hi. I'm allowed to be having lunch late today because I made the phone call. Phone call for what? You don't get to know. But I made a phone call. We take the win. Oof. Oof. I don't know where my mornings go, man. There was so much I wanted to do this morning. I did like one of them. Time eludes me. Oh, right. I forgot where we were. Oh boy. Uh-oh. I'm gonna go in Dragoon for this because I feel like there's gonna be a cutscene. Until the airship pilot has been sent to meet you. Oh yeah, have fun. Yeah, it's always good when your main scenario quest is a question mark. Ah, there he is. Alright, this is where we go our separate ways. Be careful, won't you? Bye, Tatsu. Yeah, cutscene. Cool, I get to finish eating these crisps. And drink my cup of tea. It's an honor to finally meet you. We of the Garland Ironworks will be ferrying you and your contingent across the mountains into Garlemald. For many of us, it will be something of a homecoming. Our illustrious founder was only our most notable Imperial defector. For that reason, the company is committed to the success of this expedition. Our resources are at your disposal, and if there's any thought we might be of further assistance, please do not hesitate to ask. You're ready to depart, we will ready the engines. Upon boarding the airship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Yay! We starting the stream with the several cutscenes. God damn. We starting with several cutscenes. Ah! Fun. 3 hours later. Thankfully they're not that bad anymore. They used to be that way. You will be required to participate in battle. Your progress will be saved at certain points. In the event you are defeated, you'll be able to try again for the most recent ones. Good. Good thing I switched to Dragoon as well. If you enter battles associated with the quest or log out from the game, this progress will be lost. Cool. Let's go. Uh-oh, John. Here we go. After all this time, we're finally going there.
Ilsabad, divided in twain by a vast mountain range. Those who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step. But why go by foot when one can simply fly?
Yeah. See, Sky Whales. See it on the map? Sky Whales.
On the outskirts of the Imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glacius, the winds howl in icy protest, as if to warn against further trespass.
Yes, she is. Why are you cold? You're from Ishgard.
We've received word from Thancred's reconnaissance party.
I'm just saying. If this is what I think, then switching to your main class won't help. Oh, good. Fun for me.
They've sighted a detachment of heavily armed Imperials. Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps?
It's gonna go bad. I don't think there's a single instance where several cutscenes will play in sequence has ended with something good. Oh, he looks cute in his winter clothes.
Perhaps, but there is more to it than that. Maxima reports that they are led by Vergilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number.
It feels very weird to see a Roman numeral followed by the suffix. But it's Final Fantasy, so it's like, well, we have to use Roman numerals.
However, they are also joined by several members of the 1st.
From what I recall, the 3rd Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varus's death. The 1st, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim to the throne. These legions were enemies.
And now they're working together.
Indeed. In fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War. Yet now, these former foes cooperate to defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion.
Then it is all but certain they have been tempered.
Yeah. Fun? You want fun? You're in the wrong expansion for fun. I didn't say fun, I just said and good. I'm aware. I'm in the bad times, frankly, aren't I? This is not the expansion. This is not the good place. In every sense of the word,
So,
this is the bad
what's the
place.
plan? If me and my crew is out reaving, we charge straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for.
I love that everyone's in warm clothes.
Quite right. Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald, the very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable. Nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field.
How so? Savage beatings, disarmament, and imprisonment? Not impossible, but easier said than done in the heat of battle.
Having observed the opposition, I imagine Thancred had something to suggest?
He did. He and the other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position. Stored within is a stockpile of Magitech armaments.
Oh.
And once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of materiel, and likely force the detachment to send men to investigate.
Divide and conquer. Not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Once the scouts have finished their preparations,
Look
we
at
will split into
Lise!
two
Aw,
groups.
she's wearing the actual, like, Girabanya armor. Oh my god, look at him in his coat! Everyone looks so cute! And then we got our 2 dragoons who are still just wearing their armor.
The first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies.
Still have
As
to
for
keep
the
it open, don't
sales,
you?
I ask that you lend your assistance where you deem it needed most. I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rearguard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice. Kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak.
Why did we have this conversation out in the snow? Could we have not set up like a tent or something? Or stayed on the airship? Meanwhile... Oh, his armor looks cool. I like that.
Your proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked that we destroy the Imperial's toys in as spectacular a fashion as possible.
Miss Stoner always did have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks.
Fireworks.
All right. Once more for my peace of mind. Our first objective will be to rig the enemy's Magitech with explosives. After we've withdrawn to a safe distance, we'll detonate them remotely. Our second will be to issue a deactivation command to the automated units via the control terminal. If our calculations are correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much-needed upper hand. The blizzard will help us stay hidden, so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust in the plan, and we should all live to see tomorrow.
In the meantime, I will relay messages back and forth as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I ask again, but are you certain you wish to play the lone wolf?
I know she's meant to be looking at Thancred, but it really just looks like she's looking directly at the camera.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Call it foolish and reckless if you like, but I'll get the job done. I always do.
Very well. I wish you the best of luck.
Well then. There we go. We're going as Thancred. Oh my god, stealth mission. Doing this and else to make defense missions to you already.
Keep your wits about you.
Fuck it, we ball.
It's time. We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count.
Ooh, we got silent takedown. Reduces damage. Masks your presence. There we go. Night. Right, now where are we headed?
Damn, spotted.
Shoot. You'll see me if you turn around. She didn't see me. Ugh. I dislike that. It's like a mantis. I hate that. I dislike it a lot.
Must be losing my touch.
Woof? You just said woof. Hi, boss. Right in the line of sight of you, huh? That's a problem. Gotta wait for him to turn round. Oh, come on!
Must be losing my touch.
Growing increasingly aware of your presence. Yep. Stealth missions! I think I did right to dispatch that one, though. Can't dispatch machines.
This is Thancred. The explosives are in place.
Very good. All proceeding as planned. Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
I was trying to grab my Maltesers and I'm not
Have the
quite
others
fully
wait at the
over.
rendezvous point.
Oh, that sucks. Hugely. Yeah. Well hidden delivers an attack that neutralizes Imperial soldiers. If the target is Magitech or a dog, it deals damage, so you can't knock the machines out. So if I go in there, I wanna... It's a big bastard right there. Around the back of him. Okay. I used to do shit like this a lot in WoW. Because I played a rogue. Oh, he might see me. Come off cooldown, come off cooldown. Ooh. That was almost poorly timed. There was a person there that I didn't see. Don't come any further. Don't come any further. Okay, we got a cluster of 3 here, and robots. That's a problem. That's a problem. I I gotta knock this person out when that person isn't looking, but also when there isn't. Okay. Turn around. Okay then, I will take you out instead. Oh fuck! I wasn't paying attention to the machine. The machine are the problems. The machines are the problems. Can't because a bomb doesn't do anything, yeah. It does amuse me that they send a tank on a stealth mission. He wasn't always a tank, remember? He was a rogue. He's multi-classed. Besides, we all know Gunbreaker is DPS, 3 DPS in a trench coat. I don't know how I didn't get spotted there by any of them. Fuck.
Must be losing my touch.
I was trying to take the dog out. I don't have a lot of threat left. Okay, there's the terminal I'm trying to get to, though. Why didn't we come in through this door? Why didn't we come in through this door? Alright, I need to do this when this is facing away and that is also facing away, which I think is coming up. Shit, no it's not, no it's not. There we go. Okay. Why didn't we come there's a door here! Why didn't we come this way first? Come through this door first, disable the Magitech, and then go through the rest of it. All of this would have been easier if we did this one first. Oh, I just leave now. I just leave now? I just leave now. There we go. We did it. We did it.
You are returned, and none the worse for wear, to my considerable relief.
Stealth is clearly an off-spec, wow. You're just critiquing my gameplay. He was a rogue first.
What news from our comrades?
They stand at the ready.
Excellent.
And then he got a daughter, and he was like, but what if I became a tank? Must protect. Protect child. Where?
The blizzard's beginning to clear.
That's actually a bad thing.
The Vanguard should be engaging the Imperials any moment now. If they haven't already.
Because we were using the blizzard for cover.
Ishtola and the others are with them, so I'm sure they'll be alright, but...
Dog?
Wait! Something's coming!
Aminal of some kind, low to the ground. Oh! Yep, dog.
Oi, oi! Looks like we ain't the only ones who sent out scouts. Keep them away from the carriages! We lose those, and we're as good as dead!
Okay, part 2.
Fighters! Protect the others!
Excuse me. I've just finished my D. Okay, you've got a lot of health, so I'm going to move over.
A brief respite, but stay alert. Keep the carriages safe.
Oh, we're doing this in sections, are we? Yeah, we're doing it in sections. I was like, let me hit the thing, I'm ready to go.
What impeccable timing! Fear not, friends! The savior of Ishgard is here!
Is that All-Star Magitech available as a mount? I believe it is, yes. It's a reference to the Magitech in Final Fantasy VI, I believe. That's what they look like in 6. Yes, I believe this old one is a mount. Don't know what its name is. And I don't believe I have it. Because I think a couple of people in the guild do have it. So someone else could probably tell you the answer.
A fine display, but the other carriages are still in danger.
Working on it.
Go on ahead. We'll hold the line.
Okay, yeah. The one that Graha was fighting was already almost dead.
Time we put our backs into it then! I've been itching for a good scrap.
Ooh, more. Guys. Oh my god, they're amazing. I was like, don't you know you're not supposed to stand in red? I didn't see the stack symbol.
You lot alright back there?
They look like they're doing okay.
We're fine. I'm ready for more. Hear that? Get to the front and turn the tide.
I mean, I'm at the front. Where do you want me to go? Hotline Blue standing there in confusion while robots get exploded in the background. That's me in every dungeon, every raid. That's just me when I play MMOs. That's just me when I play games. Wait, what's going on? Bang!
Removed from the field was not a euphemism for enthusiastically murder.
That has got to be one of my favourite lines ever. It's not a euphemism for enthusiastically murder. Also, I'm going to say, Y'shtola is the only one whose clothes look colder. I think her old dress looked warmer because it had that fur ruff around it. It's a drop from level 70 El Amigo Dungeon. Ah, probably soloable. Maybe? Maybe. Dungeon? Oh, I don't know. Again, we do have a group of friends where if you were just like, hey, I want to go do this dungeon to get a mount, they'd probably help you just do it. The same way we did with all the trials.
It's nothing that won't heal in time.
Estinian.
The trouble is, their tempering has made them utterly fearless. Subduing them would be easier if they had the capacity to submit in the first place.
Hi, Cookie.
Well, this is the path our young charges would have us walk, and that we all agreed to follow. You knew it would be hard, yet still you pledged your lance, did you not?
That I did.
Always got to admire a girl who go up against a man with an axe with nothing but her bare fists. Hello.
That's Vigilia. Damn it. I need to help the others take her down.
It looks like a glaive that has a gun in it.
There's no end to them!
Yep, that man's gone.
I was wondering when you'd turn up. There's no stopping us now. Come on. Let's show them what we're made of.
As a level 100 pally, I assume anything below 80 is soloable. I don't know, because, When Coles was max level, there was some trials for mounts and stuff that we couldn't do. So I don't know how the level scaling... I don't think the level scaling in FF compares to the same as it does in WoW. It's a gun lance. Eh! But then again, trials are one big boss fight, whereas dungeons are obviously loads of little ones, so maybe it's different for dungeons. I don't know. I don't know.
We have them now.
As a tank, it probably is doable. It would probably just take you a long time. Whereas if you took someone with you, they could do the DPS for you and just speed it up. Lies doesn't get a title. Let's have a look-see. Hello, you're using a wand. Caster-sighted. Take out the caster as quickly as possible. That's a lot of dogs.
Let them have it!
That's a lot of dogs. I'm gonna try and stay on the move. Let's go, Pippin!
As a raging bull!
I'm already having an easy time of it, but yeah, having someone else along would make it significantly easier. Generally how it goes. When we were doing trials, Kels was literally trying of like, oh, I physically couldn't solo this one, and then another one she was like, I could solo this, it took a while, so if you come with me, it'll just make it faster. And I'm like, cool. Because there were a couple where it was on the cusp of like, I can't solo this, but with another, but it was close, so if I had another person with me, it would be doable. Bearing in mind, though, that every time I went along with some of these things, I'm always considerably lower level than everyone else. Because I've never been at endgame content. Oh no. Just ask in the FF chat, do you think a level 100 can solo a level 80 dungeon? Just get people's opinion on it. Look at them all in perfect formation. Of course, NPCs can do it. Don't ask players to do it.
Is everyone all right?
Grand. I'm having a whale of a time. Level 80, not a level 70, 75-ish, probably. I don't know. Oh, whoop. Okay. I know, level scaling in every game is different. Wookiee there just straight up like, no, not doable. Okay. Oh my god, there's so much! Oh, that's a tank buster, don't stand in that.
Tremble before the sun!
Little sun!
May your screams fill the air!
Bravo. Bravo. Very good. Why didn't you open with that?
The worthy adversary! Rest, recover, reclaim yourself. Then we will fight again, to the death.
No! No! No!
To her tune.
Get fucking wrecked! Get absolutely dunked on! You trash man!
That was the last of them. The day is ours, thanks to your timely arrival.
That man just gets shit on all the time. Yeah, but he kind of deserved it. Because he was a real piece of shit to us when we were trying to, you know, literally save the realm. Love me? No. 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 You suck. You were mean. You were an asshole.
Outmaneuvered, but not outmatched. Good. Let us take the Imperials into custody and rejoin our comrades. And soon we shall arrive at the capital.
His head.
So cold and unforgiving. Thus spoke Emperor Solus as he gazed upon his barren domain. "800 years it had been since the Garleans first set foot here. Bested by the Kavosi, after centuries of war and driven from fertile southern pastures into the blasted northern wastes. In that garden of desolation, they clung to one another for warmth, freezing, hungry, desperate, hated.
That's a fascinating looking aetheryte.
The chosen forsaken. In the year 1513 of the 6th Astral Era, a young legatus named Solus single-handedly sparked the Magitech Revolution. How did he conceive the machina that feed on ceruleum? Once a common, soft-spoken soldier, how had he so quickly ascended through the ranks?
Yes.
Like so many others, those who knew the truth are gone.
The usual suspects,
Taking
probably.
in the capital with his eyes for the first time, I recall thinking to myself, far colder on the earth than in the heavens. Yes, far colder indeed. Bitterly so.
Garlemald. At last. After what, 5 years we're here? Yeah, because 2020 was when I started FF, wasn't it? Because it was pandemic.
Not so much as a whisper.
5 years.
The roads leading beyond the city walls would have been used less in recent years. Nevertheless, this was one of the most important gateways into the capital.
A buzz day and night with activity, aye. Merchants passing through the checkpoint, many of them stopping at the local hostelries.
Surely they cannot all have been tempered.
They probably have.
We can consider the question after we have made camp. If we spend any longer outside, we may well freeze to death where we stand. The tempered Imperials, too.
This will be our temporary base of operations. Secure shelter for ourselves and the injured, and dispatch scouts to survey the surrounding area.
He's got a little warm hat.
If we're planning on staying here a while, we ought to give this place a proper name.
Well, the constant sound of ice cracking underfoot makes me think of broken glass. An apt name, perhaps. But enough of this. To work, everyone!
Fitting. I don't know if it's a pleasant name. It's interesting that there are Aetherites here. Like, I kind of get that they've probably shoehorned them in a little bit for gameplay reasons, because Aetherites are how players get around, but Garleans can't use them, right? Isn't that, like, part of the whole thing, that the reason they have Magitech is because Garleans can't use ether? They can't use magic, so they use technology instead. So why is there an Aetherite here? I mean, I guess the fact that it's all covered in technology bits maybe leans into it, but and I'm sure someone who's following the lore better than me could probably answer me that. Of like, why is there an Aetherite here? I thought Garleans couldn't use them. Despite the obstacles we face, our plan proceeds apace. Just a little further and we'll reach the capital itself. Still, we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. As soon as the camp has been made fit for purpose, we discuss the course of action with Lucia. Would you mind asking Y'shtola and Graha to join us in the building in the northeast camp? At least they will meet you there. I assume there are non-Garleans in Garlemald, so... I guess, maybe. It's just weird for the infrastructure to be there in a way. Considering how unfriendly they are to non-Garlean people, generally. But of course there are always exceptions. A meeting? Yes, I'll make my way over once my head is cleared. In truth, I've been feeling out of sorts since we arrived. The air is thick with a palpable aura of malevolence. Yeah? You think? Yeah. Monstrous tower on the horizon, jagged, hideous, unholy. Even at this distance, the presence is overwhelming. Much like the sensation I felt in the Tower of Zos, only far more terrifying. Aether flows unceasingly towards it, converging into a swirling mass of unfathomable power. Ew. Oh yeah, she can feel that. I do recall having to turn on an Aetherite, so maybe it works because science. Oh, okay. Maybe it is a science thing. Because that's what they specialise in. Tell the others I shall be with you in a few moments. Yeah, she can feel all of the energy flowing. That's not going to be good, is it? We're pleased to know most of the Tempered have been quartered inside the nearby buildings and receiving treatment as we speak. I do, however, feel no small amount of guilt for commandeering civilian homes. The occupants may be long gone, but everything is exactly as they left it. Considering the length of time that's clearly passed, one would expect to find them ransacked. Strangely, there are no signs of anything having been stolen. That's because everyone has been tempered. Possible that everyone fled at the first sign of trouble, though it seems to me they left far too many useful possessions behind. Although there is no conclusive evidence, I strongly suspect that they were tempered. I was merely thinking aloud. You mentioned a meeting? I'll make my way there. Yeah. Like the truth is more upsetting. Like, you know, it would probably have been better if they were ransacked because it shows that there are regular people here, but because they haven't, it shows that all of them were tempered. All of them. Hello. Thank you for informing the others of our meeting. When everyone is here, we will begin. More cutscenes.
Our present situation is as follows. Efforts to aid the people of Garlemald have begun in earnest. Moreover, having entered into the capital, the Imperial Palace is within our reach.
But before we proceed further, we must learn what has befallen this city, for therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telophoroid's designs.
I have a suggestion, if I may.
Please.
Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glaciers are members of the Populares and acquaintances of mine.
Oh, the Populares are the people who wanted Garlemald to be open to the public.
Once we have cured them of their tempering, they should be able to give a reliable account of the events leading to the capital's downfall.
A promising idea. I will assist the healers and their ministrations. Of course, I will require a porksy of my own, assuming you can spare one.
Porksy. We can get our own porksy next
Would
week.
you like a hand?
Because there's a porksy minion in the Moogle event. Bacon bits.
No, I am sure we will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. The noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment, 'twill be prudent for me to remain within the camp.
Fair enough.
This talk of curing the tempered is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern. All the houses round here are fitted with ceruleum heaters that could keep us warm and toasty. Problem is, the machines seem to have given up the ghost, and if we keep sitting around, freezing our asses off, we'll be next. My smiths reckon that with the right parts, they can have them working again, but it won't be easy.
Okay.
Understood. The machinists will assist them in the repairs.
I was about to say that, definitely getting it. It's not high on my priority list, but if I can, I will. My priority is the dragon. Dragon! I already have the jacket, because the jacket's a repeat from a previous Moogle event.
The rest of us should either stand watch or survey the area.
We've made our presence known to the Telothroi. They will be searching for us, if they have not already ascertained our position.
It's only 7. Yeah, it's not a lot. It's like that's like what, 1 dungeon run?
That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests they have yet to do so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time.
When I do the Moogle event, I always prioritise getting the most expensive thing I want first. Generally. Which typically are the mounts anyway, which are the things I want the most, so it kind of works out. Because I don't want to get to the end of the Moogle event with, like, 48 stones and not have enough for the 50, so I prioritise getting the 50 first. That's just how I do it.
Or perhaps we are beneath their notice.
Oof. I'm yawning a lot. I'm yawning a lot.
In any event, we'll find no answers standing around here. Urianger, Estinian and myself have visited Garlemald recently, so we'll lead the reconnaissance efforts. Perhaps bolstered by a few Bosnian and Dalmatian scouts from my previous excursion for good measure.
Don't forget about
Dad's
our
on tour.
We have experienced scouts of our own.
Well now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace. How about you, Graha? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours.
Twould be my honor to be of service. Though I doubt that you of all people need rely on my tricks.
That leaves us with guard duty.
Of course.
As a matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphino. Between here and the center of the capital lies the Eblan Rhine. I would have you search the area for survivors. Your keen sense of direction, honed in your extensive travels, should prove useful in navigating the ice fields.
Excessive travel is an understatement. Ice fields? I love ice fields! Oh wait, no I don't. I think Hexa doesn't mind the cold.
This too is a vital task, and I appreciate your willingness to see it done. Rest assured that a serving of hot soup will be waiting for you.
Soup! Soup!
You all have your duties. Let us make haste. May the Fury bless and keep you.
Soup! Give me the XP, please. Gods be good. If this cold with Tataru's clothing, I dread to think how I'd fare without it. I must remember to thank her next time we meet. It makes me realise too that while the good people of Garmoth have spent their whole lives in conditions like these, even they must be hard pressed to survive away from their homes. If there are any survivors, we must find them quickly. What ho, chums? Been thinking given something to do, have you? As it happens, I too have been ordered to make myself useful. Sounds like a rather tall order. Since you ask, we're to scour the Eblan Rhine for survivors. What? Wander around ice fields on the off chance you might find someone? It'd take forever to finish the job without the benefit of my expertise, or more specifically, my telescope. Come, friends, I know how to spot a spot to begin our search. It's good he wants to help. I'll probably regret this, but we may as well humour him. He just wants to help. I don't know if you saw the video I dropped in FF chat. I have not watched them, no. I have not watched it. Good lord, it's a fucking Bambaro! Look at it! I'm not sure if I want to bother with the Falcon mount because of it. Oh, fair enough. I've said before, I'm not into mechs and machine mounts, so I probably wasn't going to bother with the Falcon mount anyway. But why not for you? What's persuaded you not to go for it? I spy with my little telescope. A massive sheep thing. Or maybe it's a cow? Not what we're after in either way. Is that an aether current? No, it's just a wind sprite. Oh, aether currents. Other than that, it's all snow, snow, and snow. But lo, what do I see over yon hillock? There's no mistaking it. That's a girl. Survivor? Show me. Over there, behind that tree. It looks like she's running away from something, though surely not us. Shouldn't even know we're here unless she had a telescope like mine. All I can tell is that she's wearing a pale green dress. Rather fetching one at that. She'll be long gone by the time we get anywhere near, but we should be able to follow her footprints. I'll let Lucia know where you're heading. Oh, and take these warming tinctures with you. Poor girl must be chilled to the bone, if not on the verge of freezing to death. That's actually very thoughtful. Thank you, but won't you need some for yourself? No, I'll be fine. As a man of chivalry, my honour demands I do no less. Unless we forget, the very reason we are here is to protect those in need. Now go, and Godspeed. See, he's helping! Being picky, but I think it looks better as a trike instead of a bike. Oh, fair enough. That's the thing, I'd be a lot more interested in getting these mounts if FF had the same as World of Warcraft, which is a mount that you get for having a lot of mounts. That was the whole reason I became a mount collector. Is one of the collect mounts that WoW offered you was a very cool blue dragon. It was, I think it was called it's like the Celestial Azure Serpent, I think it was. The Celestial Azure Serpent, which was an award for having like 300 or 400 mounts. And I was like, that's doable. No. I think I got into the 200s, though, for World of Warcraft. I have a lot of World of Warcraft mounts. It's been so long, so I really don't remember. I don't remember the exact figure because I haven't even logged into my World of Warcraft account for probably like 10 years at this point. But yeah, that was the main reason I would try to get every mount I physically can because I was just trying to get the Azure Celestial Serpent. So that's where the mount obsession began. But FF and Guild Wars don't have things like that. They don't have mounts for collecting mounts, so... I still like collecting mounts, but it's less about the number and collecting mounts that I like. Whereas in World of Warcraft, it was mostly about the number. It was just, give me the mount, I need the number to go up. At first I thought she'd gone inside the building, but the door doesn't look to have been open in some time. She might still be nearby, so we should keep looking around here. Then again, it's also possible that she ran right past this place. Do you mind searching up ahead? I have Blizzmonth just to see all the stuff I used to have. Yeah. I think I did used to use, like, a mount tracker website when I played WoW, but I don't remember what it is now. Yeah. I haven't used my Blizzard account in such a long time. See, now in my brain I'm like... When would they... They wouldn't just, like, you know, lock stuff. Account, log in. Oh, yeah, so I can still log into my account. Just straight up, yeah. Just immediately logged me in like, yep. See, now I'm trying to check things. It's a very bright and clear day here, isn't it? I see you. Right next to the tree. Girl in the green dress is anxiously surveys her surroundings. Were you to call her from this distance, it might attract wild beasts to your location. It would be safer to get closer first, but you must do so without drawing her attention. Stealth missions. Oh boy. The appearance of a yellow turning indicator signify that she will detect you when turning around and make use of covers and rocks to approach without being seen. What is it with this expansion and stealth missions? Huh? Where? I found out, I decided to squish play levels, which is very weird to me, but I think they did it twice. I think they did it twice. Because for some reason they wanted max level to be 100. I'm like trying to do two things at once. Something I'll have to check later. Second indicator says you're following too closely. Should you fail to complete the objective, you will try again and return to the destination. Jesus fucking Christ! The fuck is that? Oh, God. Oh, it sounds awful. Brother, it's like a amalgamation of warbles. Guild Wars, the max level is like 60. What is the difficulty scale? Yeah, the Guild Wars very quickly, like, abandoned using level as a form of scaling, and they use masteries instead. It's level 80 is max level in Guild Wars, isn't it? Because they introduced the mastery system instead to sort of keep people, you know, not layered, but, you know, for story progression. They use masteries for story progression instead of level. Instead of being like, you can't go here yet because you don't have the right level, it's like, you can't go here yet because you don't have a mastery for it. Brother, There's a house! Ooh, I only just made that one. I just made that one. I saw the indicator just vanish a split second before she turned around. Stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Okay. There we go, we did it. We did it! We did this one. It's 80, I've been max level for so long. Yeah, it's because it doesn't matter. In Guild Wars, your level basically doesn't matter. Because you get to max level in the base expansion, and then that's it. Every other expansion, they didn't add in a higher level cap, they just added in masteries. So your level really doesn't matter, because you just get to max level and then stay there. You don't have to keep leveling after that. Whereas with every other MMO, when they add in a new expansion, it's like, well, I gotta do leveling now. Hi! Don't scream. Oh, she's cute! Stay back, this house is packed with explosives. Take another step and I'll blow this place sky high. Whoa, 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 calm down. Please, we just want to talk. Max level is the start of the game, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah. I'm Alphino, and this is my sister Alize, your good friend Exa. We have no intention of hurting or taking anything from you or anyone else, I give you my word. We and our comrades have come to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. Aid? You savages are the ones responsible for all this. You did this to us. I don't think we did. We didn't, I promise you. One of the other reasons we came to find out what happened here, in fact. The Telophoru are the ones to blame. They're the ones who laid waste to Garlemald, and they won't stop until they've destroyed the entire world. They're the enemy, our enemy. In our way, we encountered Imperial soldiers who had been made their thralls. Those poor souls are now in our care. We're striving to cure them of their affliction. You're the first person we've met who wasn't already enslaved. How were you able to escape the Telophoru's influence? Are there others like you? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to overwhelm you. Let's start with introductions. Can you tell me your name? My name is Lysina? Lycinia? Yeah, Lycinia. As for how I've managed to stay sane, I've been asking myself the same question ever since that night, the roar, that terrible roar, and then the screams. I was screaming too, I think. I'm not sure I can remember. Oh, Jesus, I hadn't even registered that those were just craters. Then came the silence. Everything was still. It was like waking up from a nightmare. I thought that maybe the fighting had stopped, so I set outside. Pure hell's a real. I saw one that day. I ran past friends, people I'd known all my life, eyes vacant, dead, staring at the sky. Others were mad and violent. I saw them struggle with soldiers, but I didn't stay to watch. I fled as far as my legs would take me. Yikes. Do you have family here? Is this their home? No, this is Victor's Spoils, a mansion for retired soldiers, or it was. And now me and a few others are borrowing it. As for the explosives, I was making that up. I just wanted to keep everyone else safe. I didn't know if you were... The truth is our supplies are running low. You said you were here to help, can you? Once you're able to go where you want, it becomes apparent shit is so fucked. Of course, whatever assistance we can provide, we will. Thank you. I'd better tell the others first, though. Wait here. Whew. I got a spot on my head that's, like, really itchy. I love all of their outfits. I think I have this one. I think Nerin made this one for me. I love this poncho. This is everyone. Sia says you can be trusted, but these are desperate times. We'd be fools to let foreign troops into our home. Having said that, were you to provide us a means of heating the place as a sign of goodwill, perhaps we could take you at your word. If that's too much to ask, then leave us be. Time to put my firewood gathering skills to use. Can you provide a spark and a little magic, Alize? We'll have a fire burning in no time. May we build it under that gazebo? The what? Oh, you mean the bower? Yes, do as you will. Different words for same things. Are you okay? Okay. Okay. I've once again leveled up on Dragoon. I did not mean to, but it happens because I like doing these cutscenes in Dragoon armor. Hey, armor! Sorry, I'm still finding it hard to come to terms with all that's happened. Now that you're here, though, I'm hoping things might change for the better. You know, I've worked up quite a sweat from all the running about, so I'll leave space around the fire for the others. As you can tell, they're in a far worse state than me, but we were planning to look for somewhere warmer or with more food. But they're not going anywhere until we nurse them back to health, which I don't know how to do. Is there anything you can do to help them? Gazebo? I shoot it. Dread gazebo. It moved! It moved! I feel like this is the first time I've seen a radio in this game. You guys invented radios? I mean, I know we have link pearls, but I always assumed that they were magic as well. Who's manning the radio? Where's the music and the signal coming from? Small content warning, things get very dark from here and the radio is on. If you wish to provide a content warning, be more specific. I asked you this last time. The player we have at the inn. I mean, I guess we have jukeboxes. Jukeboxes are different from radios, though, because radios imply... Look, it has an antenna on it. A radio implies that it is receiving a signal. A jukebox doesn't receive a signal, it plays a record that it has. The Alamo area plays a bit like World War II, so expect similar tropes. Ah, I see. War and the repercussions thereof. Yeah. Yeah. I could treat their frostbite and their wounds, but it will take time for the fire to do its work. Now would be a good occasion to make use of Emmeline's tinctures, the ones that warm the body from the inside out, and make sure everyone gets one. Cuddle the dog! Cuddle the puppy! Cuddle the puppy! Numbness is beginning to subside, though I suspect once the fire dies it will return with a vengeance. A twink. A warming tincture? I'd never heard of such a thing. No harm in trying. Tell me, have you heard aught of the city? Though calling it that seems absurd after what's happened, it's nothing but ruins now. A few buildings standing offer no more than meagre protection from wind and snow. Food production and water purification, magitech that sustained us has come to a grinding halt. What machina that remains operational cannot be run for lack of ceruleum. Of course, ceruleum igneous is full of the stuff, but that's all the good it does us. No one here knows the first thing about extraction or refinement. If only we knew some people who could help with that. All is well, yes, never better. Our conversation core is making me want to try and log back into WoW so I can see how many mounts I have, but I can't. And I'm like, let me in. I want to know. I wish to know. What slate libation is this? Is it poison by any chance? It was a joke! If I laughed, is that I may not weep, so said the poet. I've paraphrased that a few times. We laugh, otherwise we'd cry. Let's go! Groupies! Hello! Thank you for subscribing. We're Prime. How you doing? How's it going? How's things? So said the poet, alas my tears would freeze on my cheek ere they fell. We are the blessed damned to bear witness to the fall of the great empire while our brethren lie dead or live as puppets of flesh. First came the war, then came the roar, when morning came Garlemald was no more. In a cacophony of gunfire, explosions and screams as our beloved capital raced to the ground. From the rubble rose the dishevelled remnants, their lavish finery caked in ash as they shuffled mindlessly towards the palace. Each bearing a fragment of stone or metal, and offering perhaps to the architect of our destruction. A hopeful few tried to reason with the deranged, only to be beaten for their kindness. Ooh. But I knew better than to plead with the horde. I fled with my health, if not my conscience persevered. Now I wait with my fellow cowards for our final judgment. Yikes. Things go good, how about you? Things go well. Things go well. We're in the bad place in the story, but in life, things go well. I'm trying to juggle the creation of 2 videos at once, and I'm starting to sweat from how long they're both taking. Because both of them should have really been out at the start of February, and, well, look at the date. So I think I'm passively starting to stress a little bit of, like, I'm trying to get these videos done. And I keep having to do things and change stuff. I was this close to uploading one last night, and as I always do, I showed them to Spook, because, you know, I like to get a second opinion, so I showed the final product to Spook. And he was like, maybe you should do this. And I'm like, you're right. There's more work. Fuck. Look at your fancy fluff stuff. Yeah, the new avatar's great. I got the new avatar done. It's fantastic. I love it. I love this. I'm really happy with this. I got them premium earwaggles. Oh, I love this. I love this. This is great. What do you want? I also made adult phone call today, so we try to take the victories. We try to take the victories. I feel like I could have done more with my morning, but I did at least do one big thing, so we take the win. May as well drink it, I suppose. On my way to provide emotional support. You're fine! You're fine. I would prefer you do what you want to do rather than just awkwardly following me around. This? It's a radio. You don't have them where you come from, I take it? Yeah, see, me and X were the same. We were like, wait, is that a radio? You guys have radios? We use them to listen to messages sent by others, even over great distances. There are different types, so this model is by far the most popular, made with quality components crafted by the finest ore, sourced from Locus Amonis. It is. Not all that useful since the capital fell to ruin. The people at the broadcasting station must have either fled or ended up like all the others, because we've all been hearing the same music played over and over. Home beyond the horizon, an ode to the brave men and women sent to reclaim our ancestral homeland of Locus Amonis. We may have founded an empire in these frozen wastes, but we always hope to take back what was once ours. It is a solemn reminder, though, that we must suffer great hardship. Better days will surely come. Despite everything, I believe Emperor Varus lives, and that he speaks to us through our radios. It was a cunning strategy, fating his murder. He must have foreseen this catastrophe and chosen to conceal himself, that he may one day make his triumphant return. Yes, I'm sure of it. Emperor Varus will not be defeated so easily. No one tell him. No one tell him. I had the right idea to get dinner home. Now I have dinner and a show. When you say it like that. Hi, Das. What's on the menu? What's that? Yes, we had this. I literally started stream, turned to talk to an NPC, and was greeted with several cutscenes were playing sequence, and I was like, oh, we're starting strong. Healthiest thing in the world, McDonald's. I am withholding comment. This is what you gave the others? Thank you, I'll save it for later. Actually, I have a few things to ask you. Are you part of the group staying in Letterum? I saw Lestigius Vigilius troops heading towards the Magna Glacies a few days ago. Are they the ones you encountered? Itchy. 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 I've got like a spot or something in my hair. It's itchy. Camp Broken Glass, you call it, and Virgilia and her men are all there now. How did you reach the Magna Glacies? Did you cross the mountains on foot? We flew. Airships. Then there might be a way to... Lycinia? Where is everyone? There's another person. Is something the matter? Voice inside you say you must be imagining things. Everyone's out here. Perhaps a baby Almassi has found its way into the house. It wouldn't be the first time. Those soldiers scare them off. Wild animals have been roaming close to the settlements. Some have even been known to attack people. I've just had an idea. If you and yours are strong enough to deal with the words, then surely a few beasts shouldn't pose a threat. Mum needs a cone of shame to stop the itch. Yeah. If you have a mind to continue helping us, perhaps you could go ahead to the other side of the lake. There's a small group of trappers living there, people whose job was to extract cerulean. They still do, from what we can tell. We've already tried asking if they would share their fuel with us, but they're not willing to give it away. They want food in exchange. Lots of food, and that's something we don't have and can't get on our own. On top of that, to even reach their den, we have to make our way past all the creatures. Hmm. I'm not saying I wouldn't mind that if that was a redeem. Making a cone of shame redeem? Wow. Would you be willing to go in our place? You only need enough ceruleum to last until the others are strong enough to travel to your camp. If the others still stands, then is. Oh, and I don't expect you to give up your own supplies, but there might be another way to pay the trappers. You best watch out for baby almasties while we're away. Yes, of course. If I see any, I'll be sure to shoo them away. Ow. To reach Trapper's Den, you'll have to cross the lake. The ice is thick enough to support a person's weight, but I'd rather not take the risk. You need to take the long way around. Finding the entrance can be tricky too, so it's easier just to look for someone standing guard outside. However, you decide to head there, please be careful. Okay. Okay. Massive pipes. Beware of Yeti! Oh, that's an almasty, okay. We demand the cone! Ilsabardian Tursus. Cool, they look sick. Ooh. Icy treant. Ooh, Aether Current! Gib. Num num num. Num num num. The hell was that? Sounded like it came from the loft. Oh, I think it's just the people in the next room. Oop. I think it's just the nibbers. Here we go. Hello. Who goes there? How did you find us? I walked. Mum is a friend of the Grummels, yes. But where's your lucky do? Oh, it's started storming. It was sunny a second ago. I swear to God, if I see a fucking yak with little guys on them saying, "Oh, good chase the guns," I'm gonna lose it. Can't stop the urge to hunt a monster with a lance. Soon, Blue, soon. Have patience. No. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. Yes, I have seen the orange friend. He said hello. What do you mean I stand out like a sore thumb? If the purebloods over at Victor Spoils haven't given away our location, you'll never have found us. Those stuck-up arseholes thought they could come waltzing in here demanding ceruleum with nothing to offer in return. Ha! Looks like the boot's on the other foot now the capital's gone to shite. So they've resorted to sending you to negotiate. I know your game style, sword. If they think we'll give you to intimidation, they got another thing coming. Uh-oh. You don't want to do this, bud. You don't want to do this. See? Oh, he's gone back inside. Thank you, friend. They've been tangoed. You know when you've been tangoed. There you are. Oh. Just after you left, Luciana's asked me... I'm not going to pretend I know how to pronounce any of these, and I'm not going to learn. Catch up with you in case you need a hand. Someone must have let slip I have a little experience in transporting barrels of cerulean. So this is Tapper's Den. Well then, after you. Who are you? What happened to the guards? Ha ha ha! Fun story. You Ozians and rebels here to save the people of Garlemald? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why in the hells would you pass up this chance to put those damn Imperial bastards to the sword? Let me guess, none of you are Garlean? You were brought here from other lands? Garabania, Yankshire, Bozja, Dalmasca, to name a few. Some dragged here against our will, others fed bollocks about a better life, all to put work extracting cerulean. Ah, blue flame. Good detail. Dog! All given the esteemed title of Arn, placing us firmly in the bottom rung of the ladder. The old hierarchy means nothing in the new Garlemald, says we. Ugh. All the old things that we've escaped more or less unscathed is cerulean. I can't read today at all. Half the words are correct, still sustaining us even with our paymasters out of the picture. We hear you're experts in drawing up cerulean from the bottom of the lake, but how do you do that if it's frozen over? Wouldn't you like to know? Trade secrets, I'm afraid. At any rate, it's not as if cerulean can be used for much these days, what with the city in ruins. We take enough power our heaters and save the surplus for later. Though it helps stave off the cold, it does sod all about our hunger unless we can trade it away. Speaking of which, be sure to tell your contingent we've got cerulean by the barrelful. If they're interested, we'll exchange it for whatever provisions they're willing to spare. Well, we can certainly ask, but if you're free to go now, why carry on living here? Free to go? Go where? Even if we wanted to get back to our homelands, there's nothing left for us, thanks to the Empire. Well, and the knowledge and skills we acquired working here would be practically useless outside of Garlemald. So we're staying for the time being. Long as there's a need for cerulean, we'll find a way to get by, even if Garlemald as we knew it is gone for good. Gone for good. Experience for my ninja, please. Regardless of what else the contingent does for the people of Garlemald, the Empire itself is already a thing of the past. For many, that would be a cause of celebration, while for others, their whole way of life has been turned upside down. After all the atrocities committed in the Empire's name, perhaps it is for the best that it is consigned to history. But what of the ordinary people, their lives, their stories, should they be forgotten too? I suppose there's plenty of time to ponder that. Later. For now, let's see about getting some cerulean. So, you've come seeking cerulean, have you? What? Those purebloods up at Victor's Spoil sent you? To turn to their enemies for help, they must be more desperate than I thought. Then again, Luciana's got her little sister to think about. There it is. Sister? We only saw Luciana and 3 men. It's possible she died from whatever was ailing her. If she needed treatment, I doubt there was any way to get it around here. I may have refused Luciana at first, thinking she'd come back with something to exchange, but I can spare them a bottle's worth of cerulean. Consider a reward for introducing me to the rest of your contingent. Be sure to send them our way, you hear? Okay, so he's not all bad. I can't for the life of me think my Lancina would keep a secret from us. Oh, has she been tempered? She's been tempered, hasn't she? We can ask her about that after we have delivered the ceruleum. Come on, let's hurry back. That's why she won't let her out, because if she lets her out, she'll try to walk off. Dog. The ear flicks! Excellent, very good. Off we go again. It's storming now, it was clear earlier. So I don't have to worry about dinner tonight because I made a stew yesterday in the slow cooker and I made enough for 2 days worth of food. So dinner for tonight is sorted. Just trying to think. I wanted to try and record the extra bit that I missed for the video this morning, but somehow time just ran away with me. So I'm probably going to try to do that tonight. I guess tonight's going to be another video editing night. Because if I can put that in and it looks okay, I could maybe upload it for tomorrow. I probably want to show it to Spook and get his opinion again once it's done, but Spook will well be in bed by the time I'm done. I also need to make a thumbnail. Both videos, actually. This isn't right. It's too quiet. Would have thought Alpha Noah would still be treating them by the fire, but they're nowhere to be seen. I'll look inside the house while you search outside. They can't have gone far. They took their radio. Oh, the music stopped. That means it's bad. The music has stopped. That means it's bad. The ominous thunder isn't helping. Oh no. They asked me to help carry supplies, but when I followed them back here, they attacked me. Caught me off guard, forced me to defend myself. I fear they fared far worse than me. Can't fool us. We know what you're about. Vultures, that's what you are. Waiting in the wings for us to show weakness, and then you swoop. Here to help? What Ross? All a ploy to make us lower our guard. Let you in, put ourselves at your mercy, put us in chains, steal our lands, get your revenge. You're wrong. That's not what any of us want. Save the arguments for later, we got bigger problems. I found empty medicine bottles and the bed that's still warm. If true, Lancina was hiding a sick sister inside the house. But now there's no sign of either of them. Where are they? Where did they go? Anyway, away from you and yours, and if you think I'll tell you you're a fool, I'd never give up my people. We're trying to help them, you idiot! This is ill. The empty bottles prove it, so the medicine ran out, so she'll put it in her pockets to make it easier to carry. Or to avoid the sound of clinking glass. There are beasts everywhere. How could you let them go alone? To protect them from you. Oof. You invade our homeland, taint it with the same sorcery used to slay our countrymen. A Garlean should sooner die than suffer the insult. Better for them to flee, keep their purity intact, than be corrupted by your vile magic. We were waiting for a chance to free them since the moment you arrived. This is getting us nowhere. Can't say how much Lucina and her sister will react when we find them, but find them we must. Go without me, both of you. I will need to attend to my injuries and theirs, so I'll join you into the search after. Alright, be careful. We'll do our best to find them quickly. There's only one path out of here, so that's where we'll start. Bad time all round. Oh boy. Two sets of fresh footprints, young women, judging by the size. It's definitely them. Come on. I don't know where it is. I was going to turn off mount music because it felt like the environment music was very sort of fitting. But I don't know where the setting is. I know there's a setting for it, I don't know where. Can't be asked. Trail stops at the frozen lake. Perhaps they chose this route so as not to leave footprints. I can't think of any reason. Look at this place. It's crawling with beasts, and I can only imagine how hard it must be for her ailing sister to cross the ice. We really could do with Alphino's help, but we can't afford to wait for him. Let's split up and look for clues. Alright, gang, let's split up and look for clues. System config under music and audio. There we go. Thank you. I do like mount music, but sometimes there are times where the zone music is better. Okay, we need to go searching. Oh look, something shiny. Oh dear. Smells faintly of alcohol. The thin coating of dirt indicates it's been here for some time and is unlikely to have anything to do with the connection. We're just going to walk around the edge of the circle on the map. Whoop. Nope, that's a ice elemental. Alright. Interesting that it goes all the way back here, considering this is where you come from. Oh. The wet paper, half buried in snow, appears to be a fly for a theatre group, though through the run of shows advertised has long since ended. Oh no. That's bad. Let's say in the snow appears to be fresh, judging by the amount the victim may have been severely wounded. Trail of blood leads southwards. I would argue that's more easterly than southerly, but we carry on. They probably went in here. There they are. Oh no. Two bodies are already cold. God damn it. What a waste. So unnecessary.
Blood trail. We found one. They were attacked. No. Why? Why wouldn't they?
Safer to brave the wilds than trust in our magic. We should have... I should have... We can't leave them like this. We have to take them home.
What if we're only making it worse?
Maybe we don't belong here, but neither do they. Not out here in the wind and the cold. I heard the story about Varus's voice from beyond the grave. Of course, I didn't believe it, but Licinia and her sister did. Perhaps there is something to the tale after all. I want to understand, so I'm going to borrow this for a while, if that's all right. You had every reason not to trust us. We came as trespassers, invaders. But I pray that in time, we will be more than that to you. That we will find a way to help your loved ones. And see that no more children are left to freeze alone in the snow.
There must be something we could have done, but what? Should we have never come here? Would they still be alive if we hadn't? We've already caused enough harm here. Let's return to camp before we cause any more. As for those inside the house, we should send someone to take care of them. Someone who isn't us. What we can do for now is make our report to Lucia and do everything in our power to prevent further tragedy. Let us linger here no more. Come. Shame. War is not glorious. It never has been. Hate these things, they're disgusting. Ugh. Weather's changed again. Pass the Bambaro. Alright. Alistair and Alpha tell me they finished their preliminary search for survivors, but refrain from saying anything more than that. Clearly they're reluctant to provide details. Might I ask for your account?
Thank you for your report. We shall inform the troops of these developments and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution should they encounter any survivors.
Allow me to go and speak with the ones at the victor's spoils. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow Garlean and accept our offer of assistance.
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion to speak of Licinia and her sister, please do so.
I think sad and then it pops up quest completed like it's going to change your mood. Yeah, that's the whole game, Vaz. That's the whole game. You did it!
I am sorry to have put you through this.
He's home early.
My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So tell me, what else have we learned?
As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Popularis, Maxima identified. They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald. The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it. Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's 3rd Legion clashed with the 1st, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood to spite the wasps. Neither side would be so mad. Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
It brings to mind events at the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically. Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Xenos had been possessed by a demon.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances. One after another, suddenly and suspiciously.
Again, Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to implicate Varus, certainly. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the Third Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies. And then, in the midst of this growing turmoil, Varus Sosgalvis is murdered. And Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer. Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession, and in response, the First Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva.
Jesus.
So no one is at fault, and everyone else is to blame?
Basically.
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory, and that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the Third Legion's coffers, but the First as well.
It would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the First Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time?
Yeah.
The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor. From that point onward, they have no memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glaciers. But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varus giving them orders in their dreams. May the Tower of Babel stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
Okay.
This sounds awfully familiar.
We have something to show you all.
Varus spoke to them through this radio. Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable.
We are of one mind, then.
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talismans.
Oh.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence.
That's a wild coincidence.
A picture is beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by a primal, then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been spared.
No wonder Licinia kept it close.
My friends, I must speak with you. A young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Men, we think, but one who has not been made thrall. Thankfully, Magni restrained him before blood was spilled. The stranger is outside, if you wish to ask him questions.
I think we do.
Who do we have here?
Garleans? Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
Uh-oh. Thankfully, Magni did not resort to violence. I know, right? A rare occurrence.
I am Lucia Junius, a Temple Knight of Ishgard. And you are?
Iulus Pier Norbanus. And that's all you invaders will get from me.
We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it. Like you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones even as we speak. But it is the people of Garlemald who have suffered most. This we know. And that is why we have come to offer you our aid, that we may unite against our common foe. Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this. Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths. If it is supplies you seek, we would gladly share ours, or turn a blind eye while you leave with your spoils.
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours. If you wish to treat with him, I will take you, but no more than 3.
Well then.
I don't much like the sound of that. But if we do accept his proposal, I suggest the 2 of us and...
Please allow me and Alize to act as envoys.
May I ask why?
Hi, Hope. How's it going?
We have seen with our own eyes the hardships the Garleans face. How their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a chance to make things right, but a chance to make them better.
And what would your mother say if I let you 2 go by yourselves?
I can see that persuading you otherwise is a lost cause, but you will proceed with the utmost care.
Look at my lunch break. Hi, Pirate. Everybody's turned up. Hi. Hi. Guys, I don't know what to play this week for tomorrow. We've tried talking about it in the events channel in Discord, but I don't know. I don't know what to play this week. I'm thinking maybe rounds, but I gotta test if rounds works, because last time we played rounds it didn't work. I don't know if they'll have fixed that by now. It's been like, what, 6 months? Maybe they fixed it. I'm trying to come up with suggestions. Yeah. This is why I said it would be nice if Steam had a thing where you could have everybody in a group and see what games people own, because I was trying to go through my library and find games that I know people have that are also more than 4-player. Because obviously I have a lot of you added as friends on Steam, so I can see, you know, it says who has this game. So, you know, because I looked at, like, Risk of Rain, 4-player. You know. It's like, yes, you can mod games to make them multiplayer sometimes, but it comes with risk. Much like with rounds and with Lethal Company, you know, they don't work. So it's So I don't know. Think of a plan B in case. Yeah, so something else I might try to do tonight. Maybe. If I don't have time to test rounds, I won't do rounds. Have we taken a look at Discord games? True, we haven't done the Discord games. What about the Borga game? Well, is the Borga game multiplayer? The problem is that people don't own the Burger game, and I don't want to, you know, constantly be forcing everyone to buy new games. Is the problem. Like, if people want to get the Burger game and play it, then by all means. Because Burger game is play solo or up to 7 friends, so we can have lots of people. It says so 8 people. Why they phrase it, solo or up to 7 friends. So Burger game is 8 people, but no one owns it. So that requires everybody to buy it, and I'm like, I don't want to be making people buy games. You know? That's the problem. That's the problem. Like everyone always gives me suggestion for games for game night, which is great. But what I need is games that people own. I can't have people buy a new game every week. None of us have the funds for that. We need games that people own. I'd love to play Galaxy Burger, but everybody has to buy it. You know? Which is why we replay stuff. So, you know. Party Animals is doing drops at the moment, it might be worth. That's an option. That's an option. If people want to do that, we can do that. It's a classic. It's a good one that lasts the whole night. Because we're doing Monster Hunter next week. And potentially the week after. So, you know. Yeah, that's the only thing. Like, I appreciate everyone who always sends me, you know, here's a new game, you could play this, I found this, and it's like, it's cool, but no one owns it. We need games that people have.
Couple of children and what? A sellsword? Is this an insult?
Son, if only you knew.
Not in the least. You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on our behalf.
There are many dangers on the road ahead. I will need that back.
Maybe I could play Anna. I'm not even going to go into why we're not going to play Anna. Fall Guys was on Fall Guys. We haven't played Fall Guys for a while. Hi. You're back earlier than I thought you would be. Oh, tea! Mwah. Are you having your stew? No? You wait? Okay. Only got about 20 minutes left. Ah, ow, ow, ow. Mwah. Love you. Thank you. Crown Prince is doing all of this exclusively to run back with me, but go off. Yep. Yep. That's the thing, of like, people don't even know. Of like, this whole shit is happening because he wants to have a scrap with me personally. Literally tearing the world apart just so he can have a scrap with me. I almost said hi, Steve. Receive as a guest. See, part of me wishes that, like, Armello or something could have 4 players, you know? More than 4 players. Like, if I was going to do a collab stream with other streamers, then 4 players would be fine, but because we're doing a community night and I want to try and get the community involved, I would like more than 4 players. Monster Hunter is definitely the exception. Every rule is being broken for Monster Hunter when it comes out. You know, because the stream schedule is being thrown out the window. Community night is just there. Everything is being thrown out the window for Monster Hunter. It is the thing we've been looking forward to for basically the last year. But otherwise, gosh, we're gonna be in March and I still haven't done any collabs. I gotta get back on that. I said that this year I would try to do more collabs with people because I did one collab last year, which was, actually, no, I did 2 collabs last year, which was I played Goblin Cleanup with Lying, and I did Monster Road Trip with Nemo. I did 2 collabs last year. My goal is to do more this year. Be received as invited guests, so I urge you to observe proper social etiquette and conduct yourselves accordingly. The safe return takes precedence over all else. Remember this. Tancred in particular would be worried sick if you were gone too long, so may the Fury watch over you and keep you. Is it gay to tear apart a nation and threaten the world because the one person actually made me feel alive, or we actually tried to kill me and I want to feel that rush again? It's a little bit gay. It's a little bit. It's a little bit. It's a little bit. It's a little bit. A little bit. Literally, the Warrior of Light's relationship with them is literally, you wanna fuck me so bad it makes you look stupid. That is literally their relationship. You wanna fuck me so bad it makes you look stupid. We could do a few rounds of Armello. Again, 4-player. So I would love to play Armello if it was more than 4 players. It's a guy going after a girl, so no. Could be bi. Could be bi. At least in this canon. This is true. This is true. You and the children ready? I'll explain the route once we are outside your camp. If anyone attempts to follow us, we will judge it as acts of hostility. We will not hesitate to take appropriate measures. I would expect nothing less. You have our full cooperation. This man be so full of himself. Alright, this is far enough. Listen carefully. We head over that hill and then follow the road until we reach Liminal? Yeah, it is Liminal. I thought it was something else. No, it is Liminal. Liminal Station 4. You called it Liminal Station 4. Children in the lead. I want to see where I can see you. What, are you afraid the children are going to double-cross you? We do have names, you know. I'm Alizé and he's Alphino. And last not least, here's Exa. Exa? Where have I heard that before? Oh, don't worry. I'm just a sellsword. I'm not important. You can trust me. If I still had my zoom, this is where I would do a zoom in at this point. No matter, Alphino and Alizé will watch the road ahead while we bring up the rear. Someone clipped that, actually. I wasn't lying about there being many dangers, so you're to run, not saunter, run towards the station. If you think about going for your weapon, the deal's off. Should any creatures bear the way, we go around them. When you choose departures, will accompany you and make your way to the station without falling behind. If you leave for no reason or lose sight, you will try again. Ugh. Gosh, they like doing these, don't they? He's walking the mortal equivalent of a nuke into his camp. Exactly. You can trust me. Bite you, 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 bite you. You literally ran next to that polar bear. It's nice to have an escort quest where they are actually running at the right speed. Oh boy. Oh, a Jotun, nice. Thank you, Das. It's another one for February's highlights. February's gonna be over before I get January's highlights done. There's so much stuff going on. And there we go. Job done. This is it, the first stop that is. Good, it looks like your friends knew better than to follow us. Are these your headquarters? No, we're just stopping here so I can check for pursuers. Since it appears you've kept your side of the bargain, we can carry on. Okay. North of the station is Rego de Morum, one of the main residential areas, or at least it was. The afflicted roam the streets in packs. They'll tear us to shreds if given the chance. Keep close and no wandering off, understood? From here, we will keep heading northeast, keeping to the left of the railway. While the route itself is straightforward, getting past the hordes unseen is anything but. Keep your weapons at the ready. But I thought we weren't supposed to use our weapons. They would attack their own countrymen? Yes. They spare their own but slaughter the rest without hesitation. Though we'll try to avoid detection, the chances of sneaking by completely unnoticed are slim at best. I will lead the way, but in the event we are seen, you're to fight them off. Those two will follow us, provided they can refrain from drawing their weapons. While I doubt they would be fool enough to stab their guide in the back, I will not take that chance. With that said, let us proceed. He's very full of himself, isn't he? Well. That man died. And so will this one. I see why your comrades chose you. Julius, our contingent has a cure for the afflicted, or tempered as we call them. Your people would need to be taken into custody that we may administer the treatment, but they would eventually regain their sanity. Is that so? Well, for all I know, your treatment would simply force them to forsake one master for another. As far as I and my legion are concerned, they are no longer our people. They are beyond saving. Those who thought differently and tried to reason with them were butchered for their bleeding hearts. Come, we need to keep moving. Jesus. Not very friendly, is he? Ah, that's an... oh, I see. Yep. It's like we're not being followed, we'll continue onward. Nope, definitely not being followed. No following occurring here. Go away, plant, I don't care. I meant what I said. These people deserve only death. I stayed my hand before out of a desire to remain undiscovered, and that is still a higher priority. We should continue to avoid unnecessary confrontations. Keep following the railway. Okay. Oh, look, a normal deer. A very aggressive normal deer. Like it was hard? Look at what they've become. Would you stand there and claim that they can be cured? Those exposed to a vast quantity of primal's aether may suffer severe corruption. Even with treatment, such victims are beyond salvation. Then you admit it. Now that you have seen these monstrosities yourself, perhaps you will think twice before speaking of a cure. Stop being so obnoxious. Interesting that the map says that... Oh, that's probably underground, We're on the other side of that. Here we go. Almost there. You have to keep an eye. You've kept your side of the agreement, so I'll keep mine. This way. This is Tertium, one of Garmel's largest stations. It now serves as our headquarters. We've already set the twins inside. I will be with you soon, so wait for me at the bottom of the stairs. Ah, it is underground. It is Fallout. Who are you? She clearly has no intention of speaking with you. Okay, jeez, alright, fuck. Fucking hell, you guys are so unfriendly. Wow, it really is the London Underground. I was here a week ago. Exactly a week ago. I'm back in Euston. It's been to see why they chose this as their base of operations. You can tell it's the London Underground because the trains aren't moving. Very good. Very good. They could have done a lot worse, even so I imagine it's not the easiest place to live. Indeed, and if Julius was willing to make the perilous journey to Camp Broken Glass in search of food, their own supplies must have all been but exhausted. They may be shielded from the wind and snow, but it's still bitterly cold. Much like Victor's spoils, it must be a constant struggle for them to keep their people warm. Lower your voices while you're here as my guest. The others will not take kindly to your presence. The commander is in the locomotive, over there. Ah, there's the aetherite. Queso? responding. Are they drawing power from it? Interesting. Hello. Oh. Hello. Yeah, I figured this one was a cutscene, so I didn't change.
These are their chosen representatives.
You got voices. I can drink my tea.
Very well. Let us hear what they have to say.
Yes, sir. I present to you our commander, Lord Quintus Vankina, Legatus of the First Legion.
The first? I had no idea you had survived.
We lost our Emperor, our city, more than half our troops. For my wounds, I may never take the field again. But we survived, aye. In a manner much to your liking, I dare say.
What's that supposed to mean?
We have no intention of adding to your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will.
Spare me. Though you children may speak in earnest, overtures of peace ever ring hollow in my ears. So long as man stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering, war is inevitable. Driven from our ancestral homeland into this blasted waste. Yet still you yearned to rob us of our paltry scraps. 'Twas only with Magitech that you learned to keep your distance. Though we knew it was only a matter of time before you regrouped and returned. Conquest and Empire were our only defenses. Emperors Solus and Varys understood this, and through their campaigns saw us grow and prosper. Much blood has been spilled in Garlemald's name, aye. But if it is a choice between yours and mine, then it is hardly a choice at all.
I do not deny that a great many conflicts throughout history were driven by the desire or necessity to gain by another's loss. That is not why we are here. Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war with the Telophoroi, grave though that threat may be. Our purpose is simply this. We wish to help you. Let us help you. If there is aught that can be done to ease your plight, we would be glad to do it.
Perhaps you would. But regardless of the ideals you espouse, your leaders would not send an army into Garlemald if they did not stand to benefit. If we accept their aid, they will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat. And after compensation and concessions, the great empire would be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall. Our third eye, a mark of shame.
We won't stand idly by and let your people be humiliated. And we're not alone in that. We only want to make a difference, to make this world of ours better. Surely you can understand that. What I'm trying to say is, there are so many people who just don't care about making you suffer.
I'm not sure that was
Maybe that's almost insulting after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to, but
I was gonna say that's a bit of a harsh way to put it. Of there are people just don't care. Like, that's a bit harsh.
believe it or not, that's the truth. And now we're here, and all we're asking is for you to tell us what you want, what you hope for.
So much blood has been shed, so much lost. All because of this endless war. Who wouldn't want to end it? Can we not work together to face our problems as one?
Answer me this, young peacemakers. If a world without conflict is your desire, why reject the unity and prosperity of Garlemald? Is it because we do not share your faith? That we do not share your heritage? That our ideals and virtues differ? That we cherish and hold in the highest that which you do not? Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor go the spoils. That is why we Garleans will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That is my hope. It seems there is nothing more to say on the matter. You will remain here while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come to you if you cooperate.
Do you know who I am? This is not a game of who the fuck are you.
We will not resist. However, as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group.
As you wish. I had no intention of locking you up, as by dawn you would be frozen stiff and you're no good to me dead. You are free to move about the encampment, but there is one condition. Collar them.
Excuse me?
What are these?
Oh, I hate that.
Incentive. You'll be watched at all times. Stray too far or act suspiciously, and we will administer a rather painful shock.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that a lot.
Stop. Keep away from that one.
Yeah, don't you fucking touch me. I'm gonna break your fucking arm.
The champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if she allowed herself to be collared, the shock would be no more than an itch. No. If she refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
Angry.
You needn't worry about us.
We'll forget we're even wearing them soon enough.
Even now, you still... Why go to such lengths? What is it all for?
I'm fine.
You are a curious one. A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to be.
Oh, don't get me wrong, if you touch me, I will rip your gonads off. I just have better self-control than you.
Take them away.
He's like, me? Me? Well, that was an unpleasant cutscene. Well then. Doing this scene with today made me actually so aggro. That's not surprising in the slightest. It takes a light breeze to make you aggro. You're a very aggressive person. Okay. Right. Oh, I actually don't have a thing for this. Wow, there we go. What do you mean by that? Exactly what I said! Exactly what I said! What, you're gonna call me wrong? You're gonna call me a liar? I said what I said! That's you. Shh! I ain't calling you a truther, exactly. Shut up! Thank you for proving me correct by getting angry about it. Stay mad. Right. Wah. Okay. Let's see. I haven't raided in a while because every time I open, there's always someone live that I follow, but it's always literally just like a vibe thing. Calamity streaming. There we go. That's a vibe. We can raid into Calamity. Okay. Right, well that was a pleasant end for everybody, wasn't it? Now that we're all nice and upset and angry, let's go do something else. I like how you can see that I'm like leaning forward more. Because watching the cutscene, leaning back. So, now that I'm sat up and like actually looking at the desk, you can see me leaning forward. It's funny. Wow. Okay. There. Anyway. Where's the raid button? There's the raid button. There we go. Right. I will see you guys tomorrow. My daytime streams might be a bit wobbly, because me and Spook, might be trying different things with our schedule of, when we go for groceries. So we're going to be trying new things. If what we do is going to stick, then I will probably actually modify the schedule to reflect it. I think it means that the schedule is going to become a bit more like the other days, in that I don't think we're going to have morning stream on Friday either. But the afternoon one is going to be moved forward to compensate, because normally Spook would get home on a normal day. Spook's got a weird schedule this week. On a normal day, Spook would get home about 4:45. So you guys see him come up and say hello to me sometimes. On Fridays, he finishes an hour early, so he would go do the grocery shopping, and for a long time he was doing that without me. which was fine, but it meant that it was a bit awkward to plan meals because he didn't know what to buy, because spook and cooking, let's be real. So he wants me to come grocery shopping with him, and I'm like, fine, that's understandable. So the way to compensate for that so that I have time to both go grocery shopping and cook food before we do community night is I will have to end stream early to finish it at 3:45 so that he can get home, have a 15-minute shower. I finish at 4:00, and at 4:00 we go do grocery shopping, and then I can come back and make dinner and have community night. So the afternoon streams are probably going to be moved forward an hour. And because of them being moved forward an hour, I'm probably going to have to get rid of the morning slot because, let's be real, I'm not a morning person, and I would struggle to get anything done on a Friday. So we're going to be trying that this week, and if it kind of works, I will be changing the schedule to update that, which means we basically are kind of getting rid of all the morning streams. It seems like the only one we're keeping it on is Monday. And currently I have no reason to change Monday, but we'll see. So yeah. So we may be getting rid of the Monday things as well, because we're not doing it this week, but the plan is to use our slow cooker more. You heard me say that I made a stew yesterday. So the idea that Spook had was to prep a meal in the slow cooker, or just meal prep a meal on Friday's morning, so that when I come home I don't have to do as much, but I'll still have to do something as you do. But that's just kind of the general insight, and the schedule might be changing because of it. So yeah, so we're probably gonna be trying that tomorrow. So yeah, don't expect a morning stream tomorrow, and the afternoon stream is going to be different times to what we're used to. I think that covers everything. So I will see you then, whenever. And we shall try to come to some sort of conclusion for tomorrow's game. Talk about it in the Discord, please. It feels like I'm trying to get blood from a stone sometimes. I want people's opinions. But yeah. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, whatever it is you get up to, and I will see you when I see you. So go say hi to Calamity. Spam the pop emotes, because I feel like it hasn't been used in a long time, so just spam pop. And I'll see you next time. Take care, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!